this is a very impromptu video. So if you've been follow me on Threads, you know I've been I'm weak. I'm very weak, but I'm I'll say this in my defense. I'm very weak, but I'm very good at finding really, really good prices on like Grail books, etc. that I'm looking for. And so I did order some books over this week and late last week, and they've started trickling in. And because I'm going to be busy for the next few days, I've got a day in New York for tomorrow for my birthday. I'll be 28, and I wish. And then obviously Saturday I'll be going to my comic shop, and I've been paid, so I'm getting loads of stuff. And then on Sunday, me and my daughter are going to Manchester MegaCon. So again, I'll be getting loads of stuff. So do expect lots of unhaul videos, not unhaul, but haul videos, and showing what I've got next week. Um, but I thought to, to save any overlap and any confusion, I'll show you what's coming this week. There is another two more books that are meant to be coming, but they will be tomorrow. But like I said, I won't be in tomorrow. But one of them's part of a series of two of the books that I've got here, and the other one, I don't know when it's coming. It got posted on Monday, and it's kind of like got stuck in the weird twilight zone that is the Royal Mail. So let's just have a look what we've got today. So first up is a book that I had years ago. I love Will Eisner, but if you've been following my channel for a while, you know a bit of my backstory where I had a really bitter divorce. Basically, lost everything, lost my house. I was at my dad's, and due to that, I had to get rid of how many? Nearly 2,000 graphic novels, and that's no exaggeration. I had bookcases all upstairs going all over at my old house, and bookcases going all the way downstairs as well. And there was literally 2,000 graphic novels because I've been collecting graphic novels since the early 80s, and I've not thrown any of them away. And I had a huge collection. Not the same with comics. I kept on recycling my comics, buying loads and then selling them and so on and so on. Graphic novels are just easier to store basically. So yeah, that's a very long-winded way of saying that I had this originally. So it's a Will Eisner book. It's not one of his more well-known pieces. I had all the Will Eisner library. Like I said, I just got rid of it all. And it's, I think, out of all the graphic novels I've got rid of, that could be my biggest regret. But what I am pleased about is the one that I had was a soft cover and it was black and white. This is an oversized one. If you look at so as you can see, it's bigger than an American graphic novel, American comic. It's hardback, and this is how it appeared in the Will Eisner, was it Quarterly or the Will Eisner Reader or whatever. So it's all colour as well. This is my favourite Will Eisner story. It's not one that gets talked about at all, really, but it's about this, as it says on the title, signal from space. And instead of uniting the world, it divides the world. All these nations fighting against each other to be the first ones to make contact with this alien message. This was before the films from what came out recently. Again, I'm getting brain farts because I'm fucking old. Anyway, you know what I mean. The ones where they get contacted by get a message from space, and I'm gonna get somebody in the comments because they always think, "Oh, actually, it was this one," and then they'll give me a whole mansplaining 3 paragraphs explaining what the film was, who it was directed by, even though I know I've just had a brain fart. That's all. But anyway, yeah, I've had a few comments on my channel where they've just been mansplaining stuff what I know already. Fuck's sake, give me a break, please. Um, but as I say, this is my favourite Will Eisner book. Like I said, it's never ever spoken about, but it's so different from his other stuff. Like I said, it really ramps up the global paranoia, and it shows that it's not the aliens you got to be scared of. It's your other, it's your neighbours. It's the other nations. Xenophobia comes into play. Um, Power plays come into action and stuff like that, and it's just gorgeous. And I'm so pleased. I never even knew this version existed. I just thought the soft cover black and white what I had existed. Um, so to get it in this version, this is the kitchen sink one, really gorgeous, and it cost me £7. £7. So made up for that. So next up, this was one that I heard about years ago, and I thought it was just like a fever dream because obviously over time you can't remember if it's real or not, but it was real. And it's Lone Wolf and Cub 2010. So this came out, I think, as a series of 12 issues or 13 issues, something like that. And it's a reimagining of the Lone Wolf universe. So instead of it being set in the days of the samurai, it's set in the future, 2010, a bit like Rai, the Valiant book. And Lone Wolf is this android bodyguard of this young girl. So her dad's passed away, and he's been assigned to protect her. So it really reinvents it. So this is volume two, and volume three. I have got volume one on the way. This was one of the one. This is the one that must will come tomorrow. So I've got the full set. There was a fourth. There's another miniseries that was done later on, but it's no one. The quality is not as good as this. It's not got the same team. So this is written by Mike Kennedy with gorgeous art by Francisco Rui Velasco. And yeah, it's so different, but it still feels like you're reading a Lone Wolf comic or manga. And it's in a compact size, about the size of the Invincible compact editions, which I love. So when I get the first volume, which like I said should be coming tomorrow, I'll do a separate video most likely next week because I might have read them by then. I doubt it because I've got a busy week. But fun busy week though, meeting people, going for days out stuff, which is how I like it. I'm going to so many comic shops. I think I'll need to buy another bookcase as well. But yeah, I mean, just look at it. It looks really, really cool. Very different, which I'm pleased about. But like I said, it's got the spirits of Lone Wolf. So yeah, can't wait to dip into those when I get the first book. It also has a feel of like Die Hard. Not Die Hard. Is it Die Hard? You know what? I'm just gonna stop mentioning other titles because anything I try and mention, I get a fucking brain fart. I feel geeky old hog's pain now. Now that I'm officially old, my brain's just stopped working. Okay, so that's what's come this today. Like I said, there's definitely a book coming tomorrow and another one hopefully, but it's just been lost. Oh, and it's one that I really wanted because it was sealed up, brand new, and I got it for like £6. And it's one that I've always been intrigued by, but I've never seen before. So that's enough to keep you intrigued. So that's it for this week. Like I said, there will be videos to follow, and hopefully with photographs and stuff of the MegaCon. I might take some in New York as well when I go to Travelling Man. And there's a 5-story bookshop in York. What I want to explore, see if it's got any like secondhand graphic novels. So there will be a lot of video content coming up next week because I'll be buying a lot. So you have been warned. So okay, bye.